Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Heather with Rose Hill Paper Cottage, and I'm going to be making some tickets. Now, I showed some like authentic vintage ones, and then I showed ones that I made, and I'm using these ticket booth stamps from Stampers Anonymous. It's the Tim Holtz Collection, and then the metal dies are from Sizzix. And then I'm showing a few different wallpapers because I kind of like had that idea that wallpapers would be a great background for a project that I'm working on. And so I thought that I would utilize those for extra journaling spaces for the back. So I chose this like buttery kind of like construction paper, and I thought it's a good color for the back of like digital wallpapers to make it kind of look like authentic, it's not quite as brown as like a lot of the really old like wallpapers are, but it's kind of close, and I really kind of like it. So I'm just using this like Scotch permanent adhesive to, apply it. And I just kind of get all of them, situated, all the different ones that I choose. And it does take a little bit for this particular glue stick to dry. I've recently started using this one. I'm not 100% sold on it, but I do like to try out different things. It is very, it adheres things very well. I will say that. So I'm kind of like thinking about what if I like, the idea of using this digital. And this is from Heather's shop too. So I'm just trying out some different ideas. This is also a great way to utilize scraps. So I got a little glue on that digital, and usually if you just rub your finger across, like pretty fast, it'll usually just kind of like gum up, and then it'll come off of your paper. Once it's dry though, it's usually kind of, it's going to stay. You're not going to be able to get rid of it. So there's a little bit of wrinkling there, but actually once it dries, I think you really can't see it. So like looking at this now, I mean, it's just so cute. Like really any of those would have worked. I mean, they're just so pretty. And I actually have my, my machine, my die cut machine off to the side because there's just not enough room to work and have it there as well. But I'll run them through, and then you can kind of see it. So I'm protecting my surface here while I stamp, and I believe I'm using StazOn. I've forgotten already, and I just saw it. So I'm just running that through the machine. I will show later, though, that you can use, there are these kind of like pinking shear type scissors, and then even just straight cut. I mean, they're cute. They're already just, fantastic. I think it's the wallpaper that just makes them already, cute. You don't need all the fancy stuff. So I'm just even showing like a plain one because I think the shape of it and the little, pinked edges would look cute. I mean, if you want to put like, a favorite quote or something like that, I just think it's really, really cute. So I'm kind of like looking at it on these really old documents that are just so fragile, and just seeing, like some of those ideas would work as well. And I'll try like one of them. But those are just some different ideas. You can just, go through your stash and just take a look at, your scraps or things that are just too fragile, and you can glue them down to, something that's a little bit sturdier and then utilize them still. So I've got my pieces all cut up, and then I'm just going to kind of like pick out different, stamps, spaces and areas where I want to like stamp it. Now, if your pattern's really like dark, it may not, work as well. I mean, obviously you can kind of see like where the floral is, you see a little bit less of the image sometimes, but overall they're quite pretty. I mean, I was actually really impressed with it. So I'm trying to decide which way I want to have that go, which way I want the design. And really, I thought either would have worked. I just don't know that you could mess this up. I mean, it's just, they're so cute. So sometimes when I stamp, I just get to stamping and then I forget, oh, I have to leave space for the die. So I think I actually do that on this as well, where I don't leave enough space. I also used, I really love using the Southworth, what is it called? Like linen. It's like a textured paper, and I think they have it in like a cream or off-white or something like that, or ivory maybe. And then I get it in the white. And with stamping and you're using like a texture, it's not the greatest like result, but I mean, the whole point really kind of isn't the stamp. It's just the idea of it. It's just the cuteness of it. And then, you know, it can be utilized to write something, you know, on the back. I mean, it's not a real ticket, right? So sometimes the stamping isn't great, but probably my method as well, you know, because I tend to kind of like rock it all around just to make sure that my image is on there. So like up close, like a couple of them, you know, on that textured paper aren't great, but I still think they're fine. And I'll still end up using them because I think they're cute. But a flat, you know, quality paper, you know, would probably be better if you're going to stamp. But I mean, if you look at them, they look great, and they're all on textured paper. So I think I'm running some through the machine right now so I can show more to you. Look how cute that is. Oh my gosh, I just think it's so cute. Like, it's so adorable. They look so pretty all over the desk. And see, there's a plane ticket there. So it's really super cute, ready to just, you know, be embellished with whatever. So I'm kind of playing around a little bit with this like receipt and just kind of like seeing some different ideas. So what I'm going to do to reinforce it is I'm just going to glue it onto this piece. But because that paper is so fragile, I actually do the glue stick directly on the paper itself instead of on the back of the receipt. And then I just put a little piece of tape there where that tear was. And then I'm just kind of taking a look at it again. But I think I let it dry for just a little bit. Yeah, so I'm going to make a larger ticket. And look how cute that is. That's just so cute. So I kind of show like how you can kind of like pair them with another ticket on top, and then you could like staple them together, and they're just, I actually was really impressed with the results of these. They turned out way better than I thought, and it was all based on just, I needed more tickets than the ones that I actually had, and I needed them sooner rather than later. So I have all these things like I'm sure everybody else does, and I just need to start utilizing what I have and just create my stuff. Things that I need. So I think this is fairly dry. And I mean, really, I could make like several tickets out of this. But I'll show one here. So I just took it through the machine. And then look how cute that is. And I'm just aging it a little bit just to, I mean, because it is, you know, it's either antique or vintage, one of the two. And then there, I'm showing again, you know, how you can just place that over. So here I'm just showing like just cutting it straight. I mean, it's just still just as cute. You don't have to have all the fancy edges. It's already cute. And I really do think it has a lot to do with that wallpaper, because I think if it was a plain piece of paper, it wouldn't be as cute. So now I'm just going to show these like scissors that I have. Kind of like a pinking scissor, and it's fine. It's cute just that way too. So I think I'm going to clean up my mess a little bit and just show you, but I hope you enjoyed this project, and I'd love it if you made some, and tag me in it and see what you come up with too. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great day.